Hey guys, what is up, and I welcome you to a new episode of the Did You Know series. This one will be featuring Aatrox. Please don't forget to throw in a like if you do end up enjoying this episode. But without much further ado, let us go into his abilities. Aatrox's passive grants him bonus attack speed based on how full the blood well is. But the actual maximum attack speed that it can offer is 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55% at levels 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16. As also seen in my League of Myths series, Guardian Angel and Zillion's ultimate on Aatrox will take precedence over Aatrox's passive, meaning that they will activate first and Aatrox's passive will activate last. Whenever he enters his passive regeneration state, he is completely invulnerable and he is automatically cleansed of most debuffs such as Ignite. Aatrox's Q can fly over things like Caitlyn's Trap. However, the ability is typically treated like a dash, not an actual jump with projectiles and AoE abilities. For instance, he is unable to jump over Caitlyn's Q projectile. If you knock up or kill Aatrox while he's mid-Q animation, so it's still in the air, it will completely cancel the ability. But CC like a stun or a snare will not, and he'll still jump down and hit his target. The effects of Aatrox's W, whether it's the heal or the damage portion, will still apply when hitting a blocking Pantheon, parrying Fiora, or a dodging Jax, even though the auto attack portion will not work. However, the auto attack nor the W seems to work when auto attacking while blinded. Toggling the effect of his W does not count as a spellcast for a champion like Kassadin, nor will Aatrox gain stacks on his W when hitting structures. Aatrox's Q and E abilities and even the initial ultimate damage can all be blocked by Spell Shield, but his W, which includes the heal and the extra damage bonus on the third auto attack, cannot be blocked. An interesting fact with Aatrox and his ultimate is the fact that during his ultimate form, he obviously gains auto attack range. But even with that, Aatrox still seems to be classified as a melee champion, which makes things like Hydra still activate per auto attack even though it's ranged. Alright guys, let us go into some cool facts and lore about Aatrox. The designer of Aatrox was someone named Classick, and his voiceover artist is someone named Eric Ireland. Aatrox's name is derived from the Latin word Aatrox, which means savage or cruel. And from this, the word Aatrox is derived from Ater, which means dark. And this might be from where the name of Aatrox's race came from, being darken. Aatrox's lore seems very relatable to Ares, the Greek god of war. And with that being said, let's go into his lore. Aatrox is a legendary warrior, and is one of only 5 that remain of an ancient race known as the Darken. There are many tales of Aatrox, with the earliest one mentioning how he appeared during a battle between two factions, the Protectorates and the Mage Lords. The Protectorates were on the verge of losing, but Aatrox's sudden and random appearance ended up motivating the fighters to win the battle after seeing how Aatrox performs in battle, and also giving them a lust for battle, of which they ended up winning many more to come. After Aatrox left, the warriors returned home victorious, and soon after the darkness which lingered in the warriors faded, they realized the brutal atrocities that they committed due to the sheer presence of Aatrox. Aatrox's presence has changed battles numerous amounts of times, and the stories tend to see him as a savior during dark times. The sneak peek of Aatrox was a post made by Ezreal, showing his discovery of relics with Aatrox's figure all over them. Aatrox's blade seems to resemble the Soul Reaver from Legacy of Kain, as both are living swords which consume the life of the wielder and the enemies. Aatrox seems to be referenced as a shadowy figure quite often, and such a figure can be seen within Darius's and even Jax's artworks, though it is unsure if that is Aatrox or potentially another of the remaining 4 Darken. Aatrox is the 5th champion to use HP as his mana, next to Dr. Mundo, Mordekaiser, Vladimir, and Zac. Some of Aatrox's animations were inspired by Balrog and Sauron from the Lord of the Rings franchise. Aatrox seems to view war and battles as a form of artwork, as heard in his quote,
"This battle will be my masterpiece."
Aatrox's other quote,
"I know what lurks in the hearts of men,"
is a reference to The Shadow, a character created by Walter Gibson with the quote, "Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows." He also has a quote specific to Tryndamere due to his presence from Tryndamere's lore.
"Tryndamere, my greatest creation."
Justicar Aatrox shares his theme with Justicar Syndra, which depicts Aatrox as how the people viewed him through his stories, being a savior. Mecha Aatrox may have been inspired from Pacific Rim, specifically Gypsy Danger. In the splashwork, you can see Rumble at the side, probably being the creator of Mecha Aatrox. His recall animation in this skin has him transform into an airplane, which may have been inspired from the Transformer Thundercracker. Aatrox also shares the mecha theme with Kha'Zix and Malphite. He is also regarded as Prototype 13 by Heimer, which may be a reference to the Neon Genesis Evangelion 13. Alright guys, that unfortunately does mark the end of this episode of Did You Know featuring Aatrox. If you did end up enjoying this episode, please don't forget to throw in a like and share it with your friends. On top of that, you can also write down in the comments below who you would like to see in the next episode, or if there's a cool myth or theory you want me to go over. I would also appreciate it if you guys could follow me on my Facebook and Twitter fan pages. Both of them are Redmercy LOL. But as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.